Boys, welcome to my first Forza Horizon 4 confirmed video. I am so excited to be jumping into this today. We're going to be talking about some things you may not know about Forza Horizon 4. For instance, you are going to be able to buy houses, customize your character, buy businesses, be a movie stunt driver, and as well as create your own races and more. We're going to be talking about all of that in today's video. There is so much stuff to talk about. I am here as a guest of Xbox in Los Angeles. That's why the setup's not brilliant and I'm in a hotel room recording this. But today, we are going into Forza Horizon 4. Over the next coming days, I am going to be showcasing a bunch of Forza Horizon 4 gameplay for you guys. So make sure you subscribe if you haven't already. Tomorrow, I am going to be hopefully showcasing the map for the very first time, if I'm able to do so, as well as some exclusive gameplay. I'm also going to have your first look at wheel cam gameplay, which is going to be awesome. And I am also doing a Q&A with the developers of Forza Horizon 4, where we are going to be able to ask them any questions you like. So if you guys have a question for the developers, put it in the comments down below, and I will do my best to ask them live on Twitch on Wednesday, and we can hopefully get some answers for you guys to see what exactly is included in Forza Horizon 4. Apologies if you see me looking down. This is where my notes are. There is so much stuff. If you would like to catch up with everything Forza Horizon 4 related, there is a link down below, and you guys can check it out for yourself. There's screenshots, trailers, everything you need to know. The background gameplay here is just from the E3 press conference, and IGN had some cool gameplay posted as well. You'll see some gameplay posted up on the channel over the next coming days, like I was saying. Anyways, let's get into Forza Horizon 4, start talking about all the cool things. So, obviously the first thing going into this game was, where is it going to take place? The question was Japan, the UK, or something else. I did a poll on Twitter, and you guys still thought it was Japan all the way up until right before the press conference started, and it was actually super cool seeing all your votes come in. And then when the trailer dropped and it turned out to be the UK, I was like, oh my god, this is gonna be so cool. It's obviously not Japan, but I think it still will be very cool. We will come back and talk about the map in a little bit though. Anyways, so this game's actually gonna be releasing October 2nd, 2018 for the PC and the Xbox One, and if you have an Xbox One X, you will have the option of playing this game at 60 FPS, which is super cool. So, anyways, let's get into how this game is actually going to play. What are you going to be doing in this game? So let's start it off by talking about the story in Forza Horizon 4. They've come out and said that your goal is to become a Horizon superstar. I don't know exactly what that means or how you obtain that just yet. I will need to ask them that in my Q&A with the devs on Wednesday, but until then, they did actually let us know about one of the cool things that you're going to be able to do as you're going through the story mode. You are going to have this feature. It is called Horizon Stories. While you're going through the campaign, you're going to be meeting up with these characters, getting to know these people, and every now and again, they're going to want you to do certain things. So I don't know exactly how it's going to work, but from my imagination, it works something like this. You'll meet Jeff, and Jeff will call you up a couple days later, and Jeff will say, hey, I've got this really cool opportunity for you. You need to become a movie stunt driver. Here, take this car, go to this place, you'll meet up with people, and you'll get paid for it, and you'll get a bunch of fans for it. And that is super cool. They actually specifically said you get to participate in events like being a movie stunt driver, as well as help out in car documentary films, which is just awesome. This is going to be something super cool that's going to take you out of the standard race, and sort of allow you to do something different in the game, which is going to be awesome. So let's talk about where you're going to be doing all of this racing, obviously. Obviously, it's taking place in the UK, which is super cool. So that means you've obviously got England, which is where most of the trailer, I believe, takes place, but you've also got Scotland up to the top, which they specifically mentioned Edinburgh being up there, as well as some other landmarks. We've currently got an article being worked on at the time of recording this, where we're going through and finding real-life landmarks and matching them up with stuff we found in the trailer, which is super cool. And I imagine Wales is included in that as well. Anyways, in that, you've obviously got these seasons that roll in. The big thing for Forza Horizon 4 is seasons. With Forza Horizon 3, we had them introduce snow, which was really cool. And obviously, being the UK, you wouldn't normally get snow, but they've actually decided to toss in seasons to the game, which means as you're driving around, the seasons will change, which means you will go from the summer to fall to winter, and then all the way to spring, which is going to be super, super cool, which means you're going to be able to play around in the snow in the UK, which is going to be awesome. It's going to be a little weird, but it's going to be pretty cool, I think. Now, one of the cool things they've specifically mentioned in this is that you are going to be able to create your own races around the entire map. They said there is a brand new feature called Route Creator that lets you design and share your own custom race routes anywhere in the world. So that means there's no more Horizon blueprint. You are going to have full control over every single checkpoint, every time of day, every weather, everything is going to be up to you. Don't ask me just yet how snow tires work in this game. I'll need to ask the devs on Wednesday about that, but until then, I would imagine snow tires are in the game and you get less grip if you're on race tires instead of snow tires. We'll have to see how it all works. Anyways, let's move it along to the purchasable stuff, which one of those, the biggest one for me personally, is being able to buy houses around the map. Now, they specifically came out and said, Playground Games has introduced purchasable properties to the game, from quaint country cottages to the Edinburgh Castle itself, as well as the ability to buy businesses. Now again, don't ask me how this works in terms of garage spaces or Forza Vista or Horizon festivals altogether. I don't know exactly how it works, but we will just have to see. But it's nice to see that you are truly going to have a sort of home base where you're going to be able to base yourself out of and start all of your adventures from. Now, one of the things they mentioned is you're going to be able to buy businesses in the game. I would imagine that one of those businesses is going to be for taxis. Obviously, we saw the London taxis in the trailer. Now, would you be able to own a taxi business in the game and maybe even have a mini game of like your own sort of crazy taxi thing? I don't really know just yet, but I will imagine you'll be able to earn, again, fans and money from owning small businesses like that. I don't actually know just yet if you're going to be able to customize these houses or these businesses in any way just yet, but you will be able to customize your character. You are going to be able to buy clothing, accessories, and you also have emotes. Now again, don't ask me how emotes work, because I don't know if you're going to be able to. I would imagine, like, so if you've obviously got these emotes in the game, right? So that means that two characters will be able to see each other in the game. So if you want to wave to someone, you will have to physically see their character. So, for example, what I would imagine is if you go to, say, a car meet or to someone else's house, you go into their house and you can see the other person walking around, which would be super, super cool. And then obviously you can wave or you dance or whatever. Anyways, there's 500 pieces of clothing available for purchase and 50 emotes, which is insane. So you'll be able to have all sorts of dance moves. And obviously Forza Horizon 4, you're not going to be buying houses and castles all the time. Most of the time, you're going to be driving around in cars, so let's talk about them. The cover car for the game is the Mclaren Senna, which is awesome because I predicted it. So I'm just gonna give myself a little pat on the back for that one. There are going to be 450 plus cars in this game, with cars from over 100 manufacturers. I can already hear you asking about Toyota. I don't think they're in the game because I would imagine they would have explicitly said that Toyota would be in the game, but again, I will ask them on Wednesday and see what they have to say about that. But I would imagine Toyota is not in Forza Horizon 4. There was a Toyota in the trailer. However, that is one of the Toyota Racing Division trucks, which does not mean Toyota is in the game just yet. But I will confirm with you the details of that. Also, people saw bikes in the trailer and all freaked out that bikes are in Forza Horizon 4. I don't think so. I believe they are part of a showcase event. The same thing goes for the hovercraft, like in Forza Horizon 4 when you either race the power boats, the jet, or the blimp. I would imagine the bikes are the same way as that. So let's talk about these seasons as well, because that is like the big thing for Forza Horizon 4. I really hope that you're going to be able to, when you go into a lobby, be able to set the time of day, the weather, as well as the season. Because when you're actually driving around in different seasons, when you're in the summer, for example, a lake will just be a lake. But if you're in the middle of winter, that lake becomes a frozen lake and a big ice skating rink for your cars to drive around on. So hopefully, when you jump into an open lobby, you will be able to choose what type of season it is. Speaking of online and multiplayer servers, I am not even joking, in Forza Horizon 4, there is a 72-player server, which is absolutely insane. I don't know if that means you can physically meet up with 72 people at once, as cool as that might be. I don't think that that is going to be a thing, but there will be 72 people in the lobby at once. I will get some more details for you guys soon. There is also going to be 6-player co-op, so if you and your friends would like to go around and go through the campaign together, you will be able to do that with up to 6 of your friends now, which is awesome. Don't start thinking though that this is an always online title. It is not. You can just happily play this game offline by yourself and just do your own normal thing. And finally, they are also introducing a new thing called Forzathon Live, which means you are going to be going online with up to 12 of your friends doing Forzathon challenges. So for example, you guys will have to set a score on a drift zone, let's say, of 120,000, which means you and your 12 other friends are going to have to set a drift score each individually of at least 10,000 to achieve that target, which is cool. You're going to get some cool rewards from it, I imagine. It seems also cool just how much they're integrating online with this game. And last but not least, there are 2 expansions that are in the works coming post-launch. We don't know what those are just yet, but we will have to see in the future. Anyways, guys, that is going to be everything about Forza Horizon 4 right now. Like I said, tomorrow I am going to show off the map to you guys first thing here on the channel, so make sure you subscribe. Thank you for all of the support. I will see you guys tomorrow with some more Forza Horizon 4 gameplay. See you guys then. Bye!